I'll tell you the story. We moved to Gallatin from California in March of 2021. And it was our mission to find another church. We had not been to church very much in California for 2 years because they had basically shut down every church in California and were being not very nice about it. And a lot of churches cooperated when I thought they shouldn't have and should have remained open because worshiping God is more important. So we came here looking for a church. And Margie came a couple of days early by flying, and I drove all the way out with our dog. And she was in Kroger's and went to get coffee at Starbucks. The only day that Candace from church was working there. And they started talking, and Margie said she was new, and Candace said, have you found a church yet? And she said no, and she goes, well, you should go to Three Oaks. And so when I finally arrived, she said, let's go to Three Oaks, because that's where the Starbucks lady said to go. And we drove up and saw it, and it was beautiful, and the barn and everything, and I thought, this is really nice. I just hope it's not one of those great big, impersonal churches. And we walked in the door, and I have to be honest with you to tell you, the Holy Spirit hit me smack in the face. I have never walked into a church and had the feeling that God was there more in the first instant of walking in. And we walked in and sat down, and I've played in worship bands my whole life. I played guitar for the last 40 years. I play mandolin. So the worship band started to play, and I turned to my wife and I said, I'm never playing in church again. They are so much better than I am. And I just love the worship music, but boy, they are just amazing. And but before the music started, we were sitting there, and Pastor Darren came up and said, hi, I'm Darren, and I'm a pastor here, and how are you, where are you from, and everything. And he really greeted us and made us feel welcome before the church service even started. And that was pretty amazing, because that doesn't happen very much. You go to churches, and a lot of times nobody speaks to you at all. You walk in, you go, you walk out, you walk by a bunch of people who look at you, but don't say hi. And he immediately said hi. And then Clay came up and spoke, and it was amazing. And I turned to her and I said, gee, I don't think we're going to have to look for another church. And then everybody's been so friendly, and we got to know people right off the bat, and Clay and I have become friends. And it's been an amazing year and a half that we now feel like we're an integral part of this church. It happened pretty quickly because everybody was just so great, and you could feel the Holy Spirit everywhere and through everyone. And that's why we're at Three Oaks, and that's why we're going to remain.